Hello, my B's and B sets. Episode 3. Today's topic is accepting pain, accepting the struggle. The struggle is real. That is the topic today. The thing people seem to forget and understand is that through pain and struggle comes growth. For example, the birth process is a painful process, and that's how we come into the world, is through a painful process. So through pain comes growth, comes life, comes a sense of being. Another example is growing pains. As we grow, as our bodies grow, and the muscles can't keep up with the growth of the bone structure, we have growing pains. So, like I said, through pain and struggle comes growth. Struggle should be looked at as a challenge, a tool in which we can learn more from ourselves. Because you learn more about people and about yourself when you are in a life-threatening situation or backed into a corner. You begin to learn more about yourself. You begin to discover your limits or your lack thereof. With that being said, to accept the fact that pain is a part of life and is a part of the growth process, it brings an easier way to deal with things, an easier way to perceive these struggles. Now, when you apply that to the gym, when you have soreness from working out, the muscles ripped, the muscles torn. But through the torn muscle fibers, it rebuilds, comes back stronger, becomes more tight, becomes more healthy. But that's through the struggle of working out. That's through the pain of working out. You become stronger. But see, our bodies grow automatically. It is a process that automatically happens. We don't learn to grow. Our bodies just do it. But our brains do not work automatically. We control that. So with that perception, we have to look at it this way. We have to perceive every struggle as a growth process and help our minds to grow. Because our minds don't grow automatically. Either you learn something or you don't. But if you're walking around thick-headed or blinded by your emotions, blinded by this pain, oh my God, it sucks, it hurts, I can't deal with it, it's too much. When you're blinded by this, then that's when you begin to falter. That's when you start to lose sight of growth, and you don't progress, you regress. And with that being said, in order to progress, in order to grow, you have to make it through this struggle. You have to make it through this pain. You have to learn. And you have to have your eyes open. You have to have your eyes completely open and have to see things for what it is. But you have to accept the fact that pain, struggle, difficulties, this is all a piece of life. Not everything's sunshine and rainbows. Once again, that's the whole point of understanding this mentality, this mantra, gains life. Going above your inner negativity zealously, with a drive, with zeal. Because I have a what some say a primitive mentality. Like, I look at things as when someone tells me I can't do something, or when I have a struggle, I have a switch that clicks in my brain, in the back of my head, and I'm like, I gotta do it. I have to do it now. I have to prove myself right, and I have to prove the naysayers wrong. I have to do it. And if I don't achieve it, then I learn something through this situation, through this struggle, through this tribulation. I learn more about myself. I learn about my capabilities and the lack thereof of my capabilities, and where I need to strengthen, or where I need to cut back, where I need to grow, where I need to cut the proverbial fat, But you only learn that through tests, trials, tribulations, struggle. That saying, the struggle is real. It is real. It is there. But how you perceive this struggle If you perceive it as a hindrance, then it's going to hold you there. It's going to hold you there. It's going to hold you in place. But if you see it as the earth in which you can break through and grow like a seed planted in the darkness, if you see that as a way to break through this struggle and grow into a mightier being, into a better version of yourself, then that's what it becomes. It's no longer a struggle. It's no longer really a pain. It's a necessary engagement. It's a necessary situation. It has to happen. It has to be embraced. Because when you go against, when you go against the resistance, so just to say it this way, if you move with this resistance, you have this struggle pushing you, and you go with the resistance, you're not going to make it anywhere. You're either going to go backwards or you're going to stay in the same place. But if you try to go against the resistance, you flow. Now, the stronger your current, the faster you flow, the faster you break through it. But you only create more energy. You only become stronger with your energy when you amplify it. When you amplify it. And the only way to amplify your energy is to test it. It's to struggle. It's to flow. It's to move forward. It's to break through. And that's the key. That's what it needs to be. And I mean, like I said, that's why I love working out, because it's a growing process. You learn limitations when you do fitness. And whether it's physical fitness or mental fitness, you learn your limitations and you either expand it, you break your limits, or you see your limit and you stop. But then you no longer grow. And when you stop growing, that's when you begin to die. And I don't mean that as in dying, as in you start to deteriorate, but mentally you actually do start to deteriorate. You start to fall backwards. You die before you actually die. You die before you actually live. And I mean, it's a choice. But what I'm saying from my experience, combat veteran in the military, I'm 33 years old. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I grew up in, Chicago. Grew up also in the suburbs of Chicago. You see a lot of things, but I mean, it's all a learning process. Some people learn, some people don't. But if you look, those that don't learn are still in the same place they were 10 years ago. They've never achieved anything. They're comfortable. They stayed in one spot. So, like I said, you got to grow. You have to accept and embrace the struggle for what it is. And it's a growth process. It's there to help you grow. Regardless of how bad the situation is, no matter what it may be. If you're blinded by the emotion and by the pain, you will never see clearly the light at the end. You will not see clearly the objective of what is actually there, what is at stake. Because every struggle, there's always a positive and a negative outcome. Either you make it out alive, or you stay there and die. Or you either achieve success, or you fail. Like I said, that's just one of those things. So, with that being said, it's really something that needs to be concentrated on. Embracing the struggle, embracing the pain. Understanding that pain is a part of life and it is necessary for the growth process. The struggle is real. But whether you choose to struggle or make it through this struggle, that's also real. That's also your perception. So like I said, accept pain as a part of life. Accept the struggle as a part of life. but it is a growing process, and you can make it. Guaranteed. It's all about the mindset. Gains life. Go above your inner negativity zealously. Make it happen. Until next week.